All right. So for this example here, notice that we have an improper integral because you can see that one of your limits of integration is infinity. So we're going to rewrite this as a limit, or rewrite this integral as a limit. So we have the limit as b approaches infinity of 3 to b of 3 over x minus 2 raised to the fifth power dx. Now, first of all, the constant multiple of 3, you can pull this out of the limit, right? Or pull it out of the integral. So you have 3 times the limit as b approaches infinity of starting from 3 to b of 1 over x minus 2 to the fifth power dx. Now, how do you think we are going to integrate the integral? What do you think we'll need? We're going to need a u sub. So here we're going to let u be equal to what? X minus 2. Very good. And therefore, du is equal to derivative of x is 1, derivative of negative 2 is 0. So we have 1 dx, or simply ds. Now, I could change the limits of integration, but I'm just going to leave the limits of integration alone. What we'll have is 3 times the limit as b approaches infinity from 3 to b of 1 over u to the fifth power du. So you got to rewrite this again, namely the u to the fifth. Because it's in the denominator, you could bring it up into the numerator, where the exponent becomes negative. So this is 3 times the limit as b approaches infinity, the integral of 3 to b of u to the negative fifth du. Now we integrate this. What is the antiderivative of u to the negative fifth? Careful, you add 1 to the exponent. So if I add 1 to the exponent, negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. So you get u to the negative 4 over negative 4, where where x is equal to 3 and x is equal to b, right? Just remember, I never changed the limits of integration here. All right, so the negative 1 over 4, essentially, you can pull it out of the limit as well. So this will give us negative 3/4 times the limit as b approaches infinity of 1 over u to the fourth power of x equals 3 to x equals b. Now, be careful. I can't say, well, since I have 1 over u to the fourth, I can't say I will have like 1 over b to the fourth power minus 1 over 3 to the fourth power. What I'll need to do is rewrite this u in terms of x. So this will give us negative 3/4 times the limit as b approaches infinity of 1 over x minus 2 from x equals 3 to x equals b. And now I'm allowed to plug in my limits of integration. We'll get negative 4 times the limit as b approaches infinity of 1 over b minus 2 minus 1 over 3 minus 2. Oh, yes, all raised to the fourth power. You're right. Sorry about that. Okay. Now let's evaluate this. First of all, what's 3 minus 2? 1. So if I have 1 to the fourth power, that's just 1, and 1 over 1 is 1. But since there's a minus sign in front of it, I know that we'll have a negative 1 there. Okay? So just rewriting this stuff in front, we'll have a minus 1. And now here, you can't really simplify this. You just leave it alone. B minus 2 squared to the fourth power. But as b goes to infinity, as b approaches infinity, this entire piece, 1 over b minus 2 to the fourth power, that's going to equal to what? That's going to equal to 0. So we'll have negative 3/4 times 0 minus 1. But 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So negative 3/4 times negative 1 is equal to 3 over 4. So since the limit exists, it equals 3 over 4 for the improper integral. We say that it will converge to 3 over 4. But I think for this problem, you just leave it as 3 over 4.